And I need to put all of these in there because like these are so special to me. I should probably narrow it down. Good morning. Really quickly, got to show off Emma's artwork collection that has compiled on the kitchen island this morning because I am so proud of her art and it is so amazing. All right, let's see. We've got lots of people. We're working on people drawings currently and they just keep getting better and better and I'm just so proud. I don't actually, Emma, which one is this one?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. This one's my favorite though. I love this one.
I know.
Yeah, she knows I'm kind of overly dramatic about it, but I'm so proud of her artwork. This is like the stuff I want to keep forever when she's old to show her her first drawings. What is this one?
A human?
A human?
It's gonna be you and me.
Oh, I love that. You're so sweet. And this is her collection of colors. Sorry. She told me that she's collecting her colors now because we were talking about collections the other day.
Look, can you watch me draw?
Always.
This is me. This is you.
Perfect. I love how we both have bows on our head.
Yeah. But mine are red and yours are purple.
Yep. So us and the kids did pumpkins yesterday and I wanted to show you guys these because it's such a good idea for little kids who can't carve yet. So we got 3 pumpkins for the kids, obviously. By the way, we got them at Costco. Best place to get them, I think, for the price. Emma is obviously getting to the age where she can kind of help with the carving, but she's still really, really young, so Justin did most of the work. But the boys are definitely like way too little to do it. And I found these little kits at Target for, I think they were either $3 or $5, I'm not sure, but I bought 2 of them and they're perfect for kids who can't carve yet, and they'd be better if we had painted them, but we didn't paint them. The boys didn't want to. These little, they're like Mr. Potato Head essentially pieces. So these are the boys' pumpkins. Asher did this one. It's a bat and they're just, I can't even pull it out, it's in there. They're just little like pokey plastic things on the inside so they can make like essentially like a Mr. Potato Head pumpkin. Like I said, we should have probably let him paint this black, but he didn't want to. I asked him if he did. And then this is Ruben's. This one's just a jack-o'-lantern. They had like a witch. They had a couple of different options, but I thought that these were such a cute idea if you have little kids like we do. Instead of having to worry about carving with them or just painting them, this makes it like a little bit more fun. And then Emma carved hers with Justin. It must have gotten really, either rained or there was just a lot of condensation last night, but this is Emma's pumpkin. Her and Justin carved a unicorn, so I traced it for them and then he carved it out with her. Got their candle in there that her and Granny Bonbon made for her pumpkin. And I think we have enough pumpkins. But this one, this is also from Costco, these giant ones. This is the one we're gonna use for Faye. With all of the kids on their first Halloween, we do this like pumpkin picture. We did it with Emma when she was little. We're doing it with Faye this year. The boys were a little bit older, but it was still their first Halloween, where you carve the little leg holes and write "My First Halloween" on the pumpkin and you take a picture. So I saved that one specifically for Faye because I want to do that with her because they've all done it, and put them all together in like a little photo album or like frame that has 4 pictures. So each of them has their own like pumpkin in a pumpkin picture. This is as like decor as we're getting this year, plus the spider, because we didn't want to buy more than that, but I think it looks cute. Skelly's hat fell off. This thing will not stay on. Tried about 1,000 times, but that's a little bit better. I was gonna put flowers in this guy, but it just has not happened. Okay, as I said, I want to save these because they are special to me. So I'm gonna put them in Emma's little box, which I did a whole video on these boxes. Like, I think it was like a year ago. It was before I was pregnant, I believe. But I'll show you really quick because I actually need to put a couple things in Emma's. So these crates, actually someone just messaged me about them like 2 weeks ago saying they couldn't find them, but I found them at Office Depot. I originally got them at Target, but someone found them at Office Depot possibly, and they're like a little storage box, and I used my Cricut to put her name on it, but you could do something else. It's not that complicated. You could put whatever you want on there. I think there's like free printables and stuff online. And then I have a bunch of files in her box, which I kind of need to redo because I decided to add stuff to them. But I've got a file for each year of her life, essentially, from toddlerhood to like projects that she did at home with me when she was little, and there's one that will go all the way up until she's a senior in high school. She's got toddlerhood, preschool, and then pre-K. So each file has like her name on it right here, and then it's got things that we did like at home that I thought I would want to keep for her. That way I don't keep everything, but just like a couple. Dog and the cat are fighting behind me. Couple projects that we did together at home during her toddler years that I keep in here. I try to like keep it minimal because I don't want to overwhelm her either. But so she's got toddler. I need to redo these labels too. Pre-K, preschool, kinder, first grade, second grade, and I will do the rest when she gets a little bit older. We've got time. And I just keep all of the important things that we've done together or she's done at school that I think she'll appreciate someday in here. And I need to put all of these in there because like these are so special to me. I should probably narrow it down. Got some of the boys' art projects in here too. And then she's been working on writing her name at school, and I've kept almost all of these, I believe, because I want to watch the progress of her learning to write her name. I don't know if I'm going to keep all of them or just one from the beginning of the year and then maybe one at the end. How cute is this? I was just putting those in, and I'm realizing that maybe I want to create another folder that just says like at home artwork, because it's not stuff she did at pre-K. It's just like how old she was in pre-K, but I want to save that file for things that she actually does like in school, because it's like a school box. And maybe I'll make a file that says like at home artwork that I can keep all of her like special artwork projects that she does at home in there, because they don't really go in there. Like this drawing she did of her and I a couple weeks ago. I just wanted to keep it because I thought it was so special. So maybe I'll make another file that says like at home artwork, and I'll do the same for the boys because I have some for their file as well. Have not made Faye's yet, probably won't until she's old enough to start doing like things like this, but it's turning out really cute. This is one of my favorite things ever. Where is it? She did this last year in preschool. It's like a self-portrait of her with her red hair to die for. I think you're getting your recital music today for the Christmas recital. Here's your backpack. Oh, it's up there. Can you go grab it?
Hey, I was doing it.
Oh, go ahead.
Found Isabella. I don't know how Judy got it.
I don't know. Can you grab your backpack though?
Can put in her in here.
Yes.
She wants to go in. I'm gonna bring some water.
Good idea. I'm bummed. Emma's friend from dance class switched classes or isn't in her class anymore, and she just loved dancing with her, so I'm kind of sad. They've been in the same class since they were, what, 2 years old? Makes my heart sad. Anyways, I'm waiting in the car. I'm a little bit stressed out leaving to take Emma to dance once a week right now because Faye has been having a very hard time being separated currently. If you guys have been watching our videos when I had the twins when they were little, Ruben had a very hard time being handed off to Justin. And so Justin struggled a lot in that like time period because he felt like he couldn't bond with Ruben, because if I wasn't around, he like would dread it because Ruben was so like upset to not be with me. I think it was more that he was attached to me than a problem with Justin, but it was a really hard couple of months for him. He just struggled with basically being in anyone's care other than my own. It made life really hard for both of us because mostly Justin struggled with like, there's no worse feeling than feeling like you can't like calm your child down or like comfort them. And so he struggled a lot because he felt like anxiety when I would leave. I also was very stressed out, which is why I'm stressed out right now, because I felt like I could not leave the house. I had to constantly have Ruben. Asher went through it a little bit, but not nearly to the extent that Ruben did. And I felt like I could not leave the house. So I felt like I was basically trapped at home because I was the only one that could calm him down. And that was a really hard time for us. But Emma wasn't like that. And Asher wasn't really like that. He maybe went through like the normal attachment phase around that time, but it was not nearly that bad. And it looks like, I don't want this to happen again, but it looks like Faye is going through a very similar thing right now. I'm hoping it's just a short-term one because Ruben's lasted a very long time. I don't actually remember the timeline, but it was around this age up until like, I feel like it lasted to like 8 or 9 months old, but I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure that that was around how long it lasted. It was really hard. It got better when I stopped breastfeeding, which I stopped breastfeeding the twins when they were 10 months old, so maybe that was part of it, but it was just awful for a really long time. And Faye is starting to show a lot of those similar signs. So luckily today, right when I left, I breastfed her right before I left, and then she'll be up for a little bit and then take a nap. And by the time Emma's done with dance, I will be home to feed her again. So Justin doesn't have to give her a bottle. But it's like I get so anxious like leaving, and it's the worst feeling for both of us. He feels like he can't comfort, and I feel like I'm unable to leave because even when I am gone and I take Emma to dance class for 45 minutes, I'm anxious because I don't want her to get worked up. I don't know if any of this is making sense. It's just really hard, and I don't want this to be happening again. And it's funny that like only 2 out of the 4 have been like that. So like Faye and Ruben are struggling with that a lot, but like Emma and Asher didn't really that bad. It's crazy how kids are so different. Ruben's still kind of like that though. Ruben is still very attached, very, very attached to mom. So maybe Faye will be the same way as she gets older. I don't know. We both just like realized it. I think it was like 2 weeks ago where we kind of like gave each other this look like, oh my gosh, this is happening. This is happening again. But my goal while I am waiting for her to get out of dance class, because I've got about 45 minutes, like I said, is to get some work done. So I actually brought my laptop to get some work done while she is in her dance class. Because finding the time is not easy these days.